Hello and welcome to Pratik Chess Videos.
Hey Justin, today we're going to see a game between. Well, today is the game between Chigorin and Pollock. Oh, didn't make quite the effect. Don't know who Pollock is? Well, stick to the game. You'll very surely find out. Well, so who is Pollock? First things first. Well, Pollock is a very good chess player. In modern language we would say that he is a master. So let's start the game. Chigorin versus Pollock. The game started with e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, bishop c5, and then b4. Now bishop into b4, c3, attacking b4, but now bishop to c. Well, bishop to c5, which was a dubious move. Bishop a5 was better, but now d4 is the expected reply, but short castle first. d6, actually short castle is the dubious move. d6, d4, takes, bishop b6. Well, now knight c3. Idea is to roll up the knight. Knight a5, trying to attack the bishop, but now bishop to g5, firstly attacking the queen. f6, double attack here and here, but now bishop f4. White lets black take the thing, but the trick is that queen a4 check, winning the c4 back. So queen a4 check, king f7, queen into c4 check, bishop e6, and then queen e2. Well, queen e2, nice move actually. So well, queen e2, knight e7, and then rook a c1. Idea gets the rook on a file, but now knight to g6, attacking the bishop on f4, bishop to g3, but now rook to e8. Now getting the rook on the open file, trying to play king to g8 and then artificially castle, but now h4. Idea is h5, trying to create an attack. h6. Well, I don't know what the idea is. Knight v5. Yeah, the probable idea is that if we will play d5 and then the knight will come to d4, but no clear idea. Right, rook c8, rook to c2, and then queen to e7. Well, rook c8 defends the c7, rook to c2 tries to double, and then queen to e7 with the idea of nice move. Can you find the idea of what is behind the move queen to e7? Pause the video and think. So now After queen e7, well, e5 into d6, and now bishop to d5. Idea here is to pin this thing, but now rook f c1. Obvious idea, we pressure on c7, and there can be idea of e into d6 when the queen moves, or there can be idea of queen e into d6 right away as queen into e2, rook into e2, rook into e2, rook into e2. Then comes, well, then can come d into c7, very interesting. But now f into e5 just takes the pawn, d into e5 capturing back, d into e5 capturing back, and then queen to d3, attacking the d5. In the game it was played bishop to c bishop to c6. Well, and after bishop to c6, now rook into c6, obvious move, b into c6, and then rook into c6. Well, actually, worth saying bishop c6, rook into c6 wasn't that much of an obvious move. It was an exchange sacrifice. Well, a nice exchange sacrifice, actually. Now, b into c6. Mhm. And then rook into c6. Well, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. So, what just happened was that we gave an exchange for activity, and after knight to f4, and for the opponent king. Sounds a good deal. Am I right? I think yes, I am. So knight f4, bishop into f4, e into f4, and then knight to c3. Idea is knight to d5, knight into f4, that's clear. Now king to g8, completing the castle, but now knight to d5. Attacking the queen, attacking here. The queen goes to f7, defends the pawn, but just rook g6. And hate saying that, but it's actually a bad move. Well, that's the problem, it's a bad move. Yeah. So, well, that's why they didn't choose it to be played in the game. Very nice continuation, I get it, hey? Yeah. Yeah, it was a pretty nice continuation. But, well, the thing is that after these all moves, well, here this was pretty good, but see. So, what we got? So, yeah, the thing is that it does lack some juice. So that's why after f6, bishop f4 takes. Here white went a pretty nasty approach with takes, and then instead of playing here, white played d5, which is quite a nice move. Actually, if you see, now d into e6 is threatened, and after d5, bishop d7, knight e2, queen e8, trying to maneuver his way to e6, a4, wait, a4, yep, knight e7, knight g6, knight e5 is the idea, bishop e3, knight g6, knight g6, not bishop a5, and after knight to g6, bishop into b6, c into b6, and then queen to b4 attacking d6, queen to e7 defending d6, knight to g3, evil idea is knight f5, rook at c8, trying to get control of this file, but now knight to d4, denying access of e2, idea is knight f5, rook to c5, trying to double, rook a c8, now f4, ideas e5, opening the file, so rook a c8, black continues with the plan, ideas rook c4 or rook c3 perhaps, and now queen to d2, moving away from b4 and getting kicked by rook b4. Queen d2 idea is that we can play rook a c1 and exchange the rooks in a if we are anytime in a tight spot. So rook to c4, getting the rook challenging this knight, but now knight to e6, knight to e6. This knight finds a good place. F5, knight f5 is next. Knight to h4. Well, if bishop into e6, d into e6, queen into e6, f5, so knight h4. But now queen to d1, ideas queen h5 check, and then if either I take this or I take this, so bishop into e6 is played, but now d into e6 check, king to g8, but after king to g8, queen to g4, attacking h4, and attacking everything, but now knight to g6, idea is knight f8, attacking e6, now knight to f5, attacking the e7, and then queen to c7. Well, idea is rook to c2, but now e7 is played. Well, e7 and then knight h6 check and queen e6 can be played. That's a nice idea. But now king to f7, rook a d1, developing the rook to the file. Queen c5 check, king to h1, rook to c6, defending d6, e5, attacking d6 and trying to open the file. F into e5, capturing, and a knight into d6, tactically opening the file, rook into d6, and then f into e5 check, opening with a check, and the rook is gone, so rook f6. Black has to, well, now this is tricky because if you take, then rook into g4, so firstly e8 is equal to queen, king into e8 is forced, and then queen to d7 check, the rook supports the queen, king to f8, and then finally we take on f6, and then black resigned. Amazing game by Chigorin. He demonstrated pretty much fashion in this game, just amazing. So this was the game. I hope you like this video. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and the bell icon. Thank you.